Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. So this is another episode of MNO Technic, and as you can see I kind of started where I left off last time by these sample patterns, but also I've done a bit of work off camera. So I kind of got a bit bored, and I also didn't really want to make video unless other people on the server also were kind of active, but that doesn't seem to have been the case. So instead I'm kind of making this video to sort of promote activity on the server and also see if anyone watching would like to join the server. So I'm gonna give kind of a world tour of what I've done during these past days, and yeah, I'll just show you here. So here are my machines. So I have a rotary macerator. Yeah, this basically just grinds up ore so you can get more metal out of the ore. Then I smelt it in the induction furnace, which just smelts stuff quickly. I also have a compressor, which is pretty good for some materials like uranium and carbon fiber and stuff. And you can see here that my armor is kind of made out of it. I also have a regular macerator because some stuff doesn't work with this. And then also I have an extractor, which I mainly use for rubber. I also have an experiment here. This is a power production experiment because there's this thing which converts BuildCraft power into IndustrialCraft power, which can be quite useful, but I haven't really found a very good use for it yet. So I'm gonna just leave that there. Anyways, I get most of my power usually from these solar panels, but I have also made an electrical grid here. So if you look up here, there's a few transformers, and then there's a wire there. So if I follow that, also see this is my box mansion. If I follow this wire, it goes pretty long way over there. Anyways, this is kind of my house. I just built this like on top of the volcano. It isn't very pretty, but yeah, I can just give a house tour first. So I basically have this storage area over here where I have all my stuff. These are personal safes. So basically, these are just like very compact chests that other people can't open, which is pretty good. And then I also store some cobble and dirt and stuff over here for anyone to use because I just have so much of it. This is not just from off-camera mining, this is from quarries. So there's that, and there's dirt as well, and gravel. So yeah, I'm gonna show you what I've done over here. I made a road here, decorated it with some orange trees, which also work as a source of food, which is good. But I mainly eat bread, because I have this wheat farm here, which grows this special type of wheat, which it seems to grow very slowly, but also it grows very tall, so when I harvest it, I can harvest like up to 3 at the same time, which is quite useful. And then I also have this nuclear power plant here, and you can hear the Geiger counter, aka the reactor here, is ticking away. And I have this MFSU here to store up all the energy. This can store up to 10 million energy units, so it can store a lot. That's also where I charge my armor. And then this is where that wire comes from. So this wire here, this is the one that leads to my house. So basically, when I pull this lever, this light turns on, meaning that it's transmitting power to my house. And basically it says, yeah, stay away from the power lines when the light is on, because otherwise you will die. Trust me, I have tested, and I did die. Anyways, other stuff that has happened is that I have made a trading hall, which is sort of like a public place. It's supposed to be a shop, but no one is using it. But it's called Vulcan Trading Hall. It's this pretty neat place where basically I've just set up a bunch of shops here, but I've also left a chest here where you can get your own personal safe and trader-mat and set up a shop, because you just put the safe next to the trader-mat, put the items in here. So basically you put what you want in the top slot, what you're giving in the bottom slot, and then you put all of the stuff you're trading here. Now these have to be exact amounts. If you're accepting 1 diamond for 64 basalt cobble, then people can only put in 1 diamond at a time, and they will get only 64 cobble at a time, which means that you have to have exact stacks of 64 here. Which, if you use 64, then that's quite easy, but sometimes you have to kind of split it up, like I've done here for some gems. I've split it up into 16, because otherwise the tree doesn't work. You have to split it up into the specific stacks. So yeah, this is sort of a marketplace. I kind of want to get an economy running here, so that's all good. And then I can also just show here that Breb seems to have kind of set up a little space here. I think he was the one who planted all these rubber trees, and then he also has this little island over there. I left him a gift in a chest a few days ago. He still hasn't opened it, so I'm just gonna leave it there. So that's kind of it in the spawn area. I mean, TCM also has an area over there by a village, but I don't find that to be very interesting. You know, it's just, sorry TCM, but it is kind of just a village. So instead I'm gonna go into the nether hub, because I have that as well. I have these portals here and a bunch of basalt cobble. So this leads to my box mansion, as I call it, aka my house. This leads to the power plant. And over here should be TCM's village. Yeah, I'm not gonna go over there because, as I said, it's just a village that he has kind of repurposed. Then there's the marble quarry. This quarry is actually finished. I AFK'd here for quite a while. There's still some stuff in the chest. And there's some more marble actually. I'm gonna take that because that's now kind of the point of the quarry. But yeah, this I was AFK here for quite a while. Just mining marble and stuff. Over here, don't mind this. But yeah, it kind of finished. And then I tried to make some mob spawner designs. That looks absolutely ugly, but also should try that. I don't know how well that would work, but yeah, I want to make a mob grinder, and I asked for some help in the Ancient Tech Hub Discord server. And I got some help from a member there, whose name I cannot pronounce correctly, so I'm not gonna try. But I'm gonna leave the link to the Discord server in the description, if it's public. I think it is, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to join, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the link in the description, because I have built a mob farm over here in the basalt quarry. And this design is really good, and it was completely just taken from that Discord server. I mean, this is kind of a common design. This sort of, you can see it in action here. There's water there. You can kind of see the edge of it there. So basically, it pours down water, that pushes the mobs off, and yeah. Also, some mobs have spawned down there because the quarry is active, so I kind of can't place any torches down there right now. But basically, this mob farm is really good. I'm gonna expand it because this quarry has space for 4 towers from sky limit down to bedrock. But yeah, as I said, the design, it is quite a common design, but also the specific water mechanism isn't the modern one, of course, because the modern one wouldn't work in these old versions. Instead, it's this, which, as I said, was inspired, or rather taken from someone in the Ancient Tech Hub server. Also, I'm just checking it. It seems like my water timing is maybe a bit bad. It seems like it doesn't really have that much time to disappear before the next part comes. I'm gonna see here. Okay, it seems to still be taking a while. So okay, basically the timing mechanism is quite unique. Usually you would use some quite convoluted timing mechanism in these old versions, but because this is modded, I can actually use some modded redstone stuff from Red Power, and yeah, it makes it quite simple. This is it. So basically, I have a sticky piston here, so the water's up here, and there's this timer over here, and basically, what happens is when this timer ticks, these two repeaters are set to different timings. So this one will transmit the signal first. This is a pulse generator here. I'm not sure if it's called pulse generator. This will pulse the sticky piston and let the water flow. And then I can just show it here. So you can see this will tick, that will activate. And that lets the water flow. And then shortly after, the second one ticks, and it blocks off the water again. So that's how I used mods to kind of improve that mechanism a bit. And actually, I'd like to experiment a bit with Red Power, because I have seen some really interesting videos of people making computers with redstone. And I mean, that really impresses me. I mean, yeah, all of technical Minecraft is really impressive to me. But especially computers with redstone. And yeah, Red Power has a lot more stuff to work with. It has like built-in logic gates as like single blocks, and also timers and pulse generators and stuff. So it's quite a good mod. Also you can see the quarry is just working away. I'm gonna grab all the marble actually. But yeah, Red Power is really interesting. I'm gonna try to figure out if I can do something interesting with that. I'm thinking of making some sort of computer. I'm not sure for what, or like what I'm gonna do with it, or how I'm gonna make it, but I'm gonna try to figure something out. But also, my current goal is just make this mob farm, expand it, and then sort of my goal for the server is just to automate as much as I possibly can. Because for now, I've done quite a lot by hand. Like all the stuff I've been fueling the quarry with is just coal that I've mined. And I think it would be better if I made a farm, like a tree farm, and turned the wood into charcoal. I think that would be the most efficient way to fuel a quarry. But for the meantime, or in the meantime, I guess you say, this is the way I do it. I just go on long mining trips, and yeah, I've done quite a lot during these mining trips. You can see here. Now this is also like these have of course been doubled since I take the ore and macerate it, and then that leaves me with dust, which yeah, let's get more ingots out of each ore. I've been mining away, and that's really all I've been doing. I've also of course been crafting stuff, and I've also been using a lot of coal here. So the tools I have are the diamond drill, which uses a lot of power, so that's why I have 3 bat packs here. Those give my tools some power. And then I also have this nano suit, which is a really protective armor, and it's actually really good against fall damage, because I basically fell off like almost the top of my mob farm and only took a few hearts of damage. I think if I had a chest plate as well, I would have been even better off, but I do want to have the bat pack there, since I want my diamond drill to work. I also have this chainsaw, which I use for cutting down trees, and it turns out that the best way of farming rubber isn't really to use a tree tap on the IndustrialCraft rubber trees, but rather you just go to the really big rubber trees, which are, I'm going to show you, these big ones. And you just cut them down, and then you put the wood in an extractor, and each block of wood gives you rubber. And yeah, there are a lot of blocks of wood in each tree. Like, the last few days of rubber that I've used, and like all of this, is just from one tree. So yeah, that's pretty good. I also have a lot of uranium here to use in the power plant. But that's kind of where I'm at. I do have this mass fabricator right here, and I might make like sort of a potato knishes factory, if you know what that means, where I basically put the potato knishes in the mass fabricator and turn it into UU matter, which I can then turn into basically anything. But also, I do want to use this mass fabricator to craft an oil fabricator, which is a very special item in Technic. Or, well, it's not only in Technic, but it's in some mod that kind of combines IndustrialCraft and BuildCraft. And the oil fabricator uses IndustrialCraft energy to fabricate oil. And oil is a very useful resource. I haven't actually used it yet, but basically you can turn it into fuel, and then it's very energy dense. So if you power like BuildCraft engines with this, then they will last a long time. Which is also why Blue Sheep kind of wants to create an oil monopoly, which I'm kind of afraid of, but I'm gonna try to grab some oil before he does that. So there's this block that creates oil from IndustrialCraft energy. So if I can make that and supply it with enough energy, then it should be able to sustain a quarry, and I could do that with like solar panels or nuclear power or whatever. So that's kind of my plan with that. I also want to expand the nuclear power plant a bit, because when you transmit power over long distances, it loses a lot of power. And also it really likes to take power from the power plant rather from these solar panels. So sometimes I even disconnect these, like this power line, just so I can run these machines without draining the power plant. But yeah, I want to expand the power plant, and yeah, just make more farms and stuff. I do want this to kind of look a bit like a technical Minecraft server, where I have... Basically, I just want to automate everything and make automatic production of basically anything possible, and kind of create a market for that, and really industrialize Minecraft. And that's kind of my plan. And as I said before, I also want to experiment with computers and stuff, but we'll see about that. So I'm kind of looking for, like, if any technical Minecraft players would like to join. I know that there probably won't be any technical Minecraft players watching, but if there are, then feel free to just leave a comment and tell me, like, if you'd like to join, because I think that would be really fun. And even if you aren't a technical Minecraft player, then you can leave a comment below and just tell me if you'd like to join, and you'll probably get accepted, unless you're like actually like insane and your only goal is like to grief the server. Please don't do that. Probably shouldn't have said that, because now there will be like some reverse psychology effect here. But anyways, that was all for this video. I kind of just wanted to show you a world tour. Next video I might show you when I build something. But yeah, if you liked the video, hit the like button, and if you like my other videos, hit the subscribe button. And as I said, if you want to join, leave a comment below, and I will see all you guys in the next video. Bye bye!